Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of March, as usual, I have a special tarot offer available at a sales price, and it's called Soul Circle, and it's a reading that is focused on your spiritual journey and the spiritual cycle you might be currently experiencing, and what it might be affecting, what are the challenges and kind of the benefits as well that you can reap to the maximum during this period of time. It is a reading that it's more focused into spiritual our spiritual journey or in the spiritual purpose, but it can be adapted to insight in regards to the spiritual, again, significance of another area of life's in cycles such as love and career. So if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my tarot services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is down below. So, Cancer, I do feel like overall there's a sense of you looking for peace, you're looking for forgiveness, redemption, you're looking for reconciliation, you're looking for just a relief of a certain amount of drama, pressure, pain that some of you have been experiencing. I feel like February or even before, those have been hard months for some of you. Emotionally, there might have been certain experiences that hit you hard, is what I feel, with the Three of Swords kind of confirming that as you begin the month's journey, right? So there is a sense of heartbreak, there's a sense of sorrow, there's a sense of pain, there's a sense of emotional angst, right? Something happened or is happening that it's causing you a degree of sorrow and a degree of also nostalgia, because I feel like for some of you this is not something new, this is something like of the past that you still need to heal from or overcome. It still carries an emotional difficult impact, and so I feel like some of you are looking for ways overall during the month, and that might be the highest purpose for you, Cancer, in March, is to find a solution to emotional problems or emotional entanglements that keep you down or that keep you in places that rob you from joy, that rob you from progress and abundance when it comes to the things you most want to achieve in your love life and as well in your spiritual journey. So, and I do feel like for some of you this has to deal with a relationship that either is kind of resurfacing. It could be resurfacing in terms of memories, or in terms of you actually hearing from this person or crossing paths with this person. I just feel like the past is like the wave that is coming your way, and it's going to open wounds in case this is still in an unconscious position, even though I don't feel it. But for some of you, it's going to reopen wounds and it's going to bring back to the surface the need to heal and the need to forgive, right? Something of the past, because this is the Six of Cups. And usually this talks about, of our background in terms of our childhood. It could be talking about that. It could be just be talking about, generalizing people from the past or circumstances from the past, dreams of the past. But many times it also indicates, a deep emotional bond that exists probably with you and other that perhaps you're not in a relationship with right now, or where things have just been difficult. There's a sense of difficulty associated with love, and I feel like it's not even a matter of the lack of presence of love. I feel like there is a strong presence of love between you and others, Cancer. I just feel like there was something about it that was like it deeply hurt. You, Cancer. So this deep hurt, this deep pain, It's more of an issue of your own right now to treat. And it could even be treated together if you choose that path. For some of you, that this is about reconciliation. It can be that, like, the together is better kind of motto might be true, and it might help you. You know, for some of you, that this is about healing your emotional wounds that go back as to childhood. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be the vulnerable, emotional, beautiful being that you are. Open up the heart to others, because I feel like some of you want others to guess or want others to understand your pain without you giving it off. And when they don't, because not everybody has that subtle, intuitive, right, understanding of others. And I feel like some of you can really put a front. It's like you can really pretend well that everything is well and that you have everything under control. But in reality, it's not. Something is affecting you or has been affecting you. And I feel like some of you have been moving like in circles about the situation. And it's time to stop the running, or stop the it's like a sense of being absorbed by circumstances that are, you know, it's like by other circumstances, and not taking care of yourself, or an aspect of yourself that is also quite important in keeping you from having the things you want in your life. I do feel. Now, the truth here is also a matter, like emotional truths might coming up. So it might be that it's a time to say something that you have been afraid to say to a loved one or to someone in your life that you're afraid to hurt. This can also be about tough choices, tough conversations, but deep ones, ones that, even though they might be, have this sensitive, like sensitive topics about it. I feel like they are really important, and they need to happen so that you and this other person or persons or groups, whatever this is about, let go of the problem, right? Let go of the negativity, and can actually see the truth of what exists in that relationship or in that right communion, and actually see things clearly, because things are not clear when it comes to your emotional world. So your feelings are not kind of guiding you. I feel the best way is like a sense of mixture here of feelings that are so intense because they are pulling from you a lot of residual, again, memories and pain and old stuff, that it gets complex, right? It gets like an emotional web here. And then you want to say things, or you want to act upon feelings that are scattered, and you know that it's like something is stopping you. It could be this emotional scatteredness that I'm talking about. Or for others of you, it's a matter of fear of revealing something here. When it comes to emotional truth, it could be that some of you want to confess your feelings to someone, and a simple thing as saying I love you, right, or I miss you, it can be tough on you for some reasons. Even for cancers that are in well established relationships, and with people that they love and they are in their life for a long time, or with their kids and their friends and whoever you feel strongly about. Even with those, you might be having a harder time than usual opening up here about your feelings, and saying those type of things, right? Those type of sweet, sweet comments, or the acknowledgement of how you feel, basically, to others, seems to be troubling. Again, as I was saying, I'm going to go back and say that some of you are afraid also to kind of hurt others, or you get a sense that you're going to have to make decisions that will indeed have an impact on in someone, or in various, like, people. If it's about your family, if it's about, again, a circle of people you're dealing with. This is the judgment as you go into April. You're being called to transcend, right, the past spectrum of what was when it comes to pain. Six of Cups, Three of Swords, transcend. The judgment energy sometimes talks a lot about that, right? Revival. You're being called, right, to transcend, and while you're doing that, you're letting go of a lot of things that belong to the past nature and paradigm and that do not suit you anymore. And of course that this pulling to another dimension or being called to do things that are of a higher, let's say, frequency and vibration than what you have been doing and how you have been feeling and relating so far is complicated. And sometimes judgment also talks about, again, second chances, and it talks about the need to forgive. Sometimes it's, again, an internal need to forgive a situation, forgive yourself, forgive others. But this could also be talking about something that you're resisting. I feel like some of you are really resisting your calling of love. Now, this can have various, of course, interpretations, but it's still going to catch to you. That's why I want to say. So if you keep moving in circles, as I was feeling, that's going to work. But as you go into April, I feel like something here will need to be decided and done. It's like a severing as well here of ties. So if this is about a need to separate or about a separation that is happening, if this is about something that you do need to part ways with, you might actually decide to do that and get, the understanding of what needs to be done more into April. April is going to bring something here to the surface that it reveals just a new world, a new life for you. It wants you to rise up to a new stage of consciousness as well when it comes to your understanding of love and relationships, and also of your spiritual, as your own self, as a spiritual being. Because I feel like some of you have been somehow disconnected from your spiritual, let's say, self, or the spiritual world. And it's a presence that needs to be in your life, Cancer. I feel, because without it, it's like you do not function well. When I say spirituality, is of course a matter of faith, right? Where you deposit your faith, where you turn to, right? When everything ceases to exist, your hope, your dreams, the sense of fulfillment that goes beyond the earthly presence and dimension. It's something beyond you that you give yourself to when it comes to trust, when it comes to understanding as well of what this existence represents. So you can kind of be also tackling here, for some of you, that this is not about love. This is about tackling your problems when it comes to hope, when it comes to the presence or the absence of hope in your life, of meaning, of what you so call God, the godly essence and presence. Do you find it within you? Do you feel it inside of you? Do you believe in an external source such as that? So there's a lot of here of questions when it comes to the things that are, this is not a shallow, superficial, mundane, day-to-day kind of month. You're really getting in contact here with a very deep layer of your consciousness, and until you do so, I feel like you're not going to find the freedom and the liberation to pursue the things you want individually. So the things that your ego structure as well craves, such as confidence, trust, success, money, status, marriage, anything that you feel like you want, right, to find happiness in life. It might be hard for you to find this joy and to find this bliss and fulfillment as well, until you figure out what this emotional difficulty, problem, circumstance is. Now, as I said, for some of you, there's this sense of, you go from the 6 to the 7 of Cups, so there is a progress that will happen. You'll not get stuck in the past hurt and situation for too long. You're just going to, that is going to come to the surface in one way or another, either triggered by you or by another or by a circumstance that activates here the sense of your memories and what needs to be kind of rewritten, right, in your mind as well. When it comes to the power that this still holds on you, when it comes to the ways that you need to find to fulfill your heart or mend your heart, right? Heal it. Um, I feel like there will be a sense of forgiveness. There will be a sense of letting go of what keeps you from finding the best in life and being your best selves as well. For others of you, this will be about a reconciliation with someone else, a second chance in love with someone that feels very meant to be, very karmic, very heavy, though. It's not something, it's not a presence of a love in your life. I feel like for some of you have love partners, right? Or loved people of your interest that you love, that romantically speaking, that you can really attract, let's say, the heavy package, a real deep soulmate love, but it comes with heavy baggage and it comes with heavy work as well. And I also feel like some of you are just questioning if you, because you reconcile or you get together, right? And this could also be talking a lot of the retrograde phase we're going to have, and the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, and so it's a very watery indeed. But it's a lot of review of what you should do as well when it comes, for those of you dealing with a karmic situation or soulmate kind of vibe here, something that a bond, a relationship that has been evolving, but at the same time at a price when it comes to your well-being, when it comes to your capacity to withstand pain. I have to say it's a painful connection and a loving one at the same time. And I also feel like some of you are kind of questioning as well the purposes of that, or if that is really the way for you, because the Seven of Cups appears in the middle here of the month. So you go from the 6 to the 7, which is also a representation that you will not be stuck in what was. You're gonna, I feel you're going to resolve this, and then you're going to move to the 7 of Cups. And there's something here about perhaps considering other options, or seeing that you have more options when it comes to love than those you were seeing. Some of you will have a fast healing, and when you do, it's like a sense of truth, right? Of what you thought was just about this, or just about this one circumstance defining your whole love life or love possibilities. You're going to see that there's more, or even talking about dreams you want to pursue. And when you do see that you have more options than those you anticipated, I feel like then this click of, as well, the hard choices, staying with the old or something more of a familiar nature, something that feels like home, right? In terms of love, a sense of feeling like someone you belong to, let's say, or the new. That's the question I feel is also going to define a huge part of the month for some of you. So I hope you have a great one. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.